What? Tough question.
Have you abused?
Have you ever been accused of being abusive?
No, you know if you abused that man.
I've never been
We ain't gonna say
jail,
that.
but I done some shit that I could have went to jail for.
Oh,
Okay,
All
keep
right.
it
Oh,
right.
yeah, I done
And
fucked
what
up
is
some-
your license
That's
number
clear
again?
enough.
Might got a warrant up in here. We need
I
to
don't
start
got no
screening
warrants.
these people.
This was way back in the 80s
Okay, when you was
when you
was,
can get away with some shit.
So-
you can hide in the bushes.
what made
fuck a
you
nigga
get?
up,
What
and get
made
away
you?
with it.
What was the situation that made you get to this point?
Cheating.
Mm.
I don't deal with cheaters.
What?
Oh yeah, that's bad.
You should get over that shit.
Yeah, thank
Oh,
you,
come
JT.
on,
You said,
JT.
I was finna say the same
Come
thing.
on.
Nigga, I'm like,
You're
nigga,
not
what?
tripping up in here.
98% of people cheat.
98, that's
You're
low.
You're not
nigga.
tripping. You
That's
not
low.
cheating. You at home with your girl. You're
98.
not cheating. But
low.
everybody else
I
should
said
accept it.
98%.
Nah,
You falling at 2%.
Okay.
But I'm not saying I've never cheated on a woman before. Just because now I found a one doesn't mean that I have never cheated before.
Right.
So
I mean,
I'm
I
not
think,
gonna say that
I think
either.
everybody has been there at one point in their time, but like we're all older and more mature now, so we wouldn't do the same thing now that we did back then.
So, okay, let me put this out there because I think this is this is the common misconception. I think that women often think that men cheat for similar reasons that they do, which is why y'all seem to think we can grow out of it.
I've never cheated.
So it's not for men. It ain't nothing to grow out of.
Why
This is
why do
instinct.
men cheat?
This it's not. No.
That's what sounds like a book.
Okay,
That's what you're saying.
Name the first
You're
three
saying
reasons
you're saying that men are cheating,
Yeah.
right? I don't believe.
that's cheating.
I don't believe that. I can only speak for black men because I'm a black
Okay.
man. I don't think that black men are made to be with one woman. Now we have that choice. We have that option, like everything else in the
Everyone has
world.
a choice.
But
right.
if all the black men I ever met in my life, I can't know.
So it's
No.
funny.
Wow.
I had this conversation with someone.
Man,
I had this
really?
I had this conversation with someone about.
So Robert, we're
about,
gonna end up with a cheater.
No,
So
see,
should we
no,
start
hold on,
cheating?
hold on.
It's
Maybe
just
we
a
should.
different
Hold on,
culture.
But let me speak on that because I've never even liked the term cheating because
Talk
one,
about
it's
it,
not
Shay.
it's not a game. So second thing is what he's discussing is something I mentioned to someone the other day. There's polygamy that's not uncommon in the rest of the world. It's
Talk
it's a
about it.
Western thing. Our culture in America and Europe has designed this culture, marriage, and everything to be a man and a woman, to be monogamous. But there's a lot of, in the Arab community, in the African community, in Asia,
Right.
polygamy is normal
So-
because if you think about it, a lot of ways it's not about having sex with a bunch of women, it's about building a community.
Talk about
And
it.
if you are able to establish a community faster through having multiple women, why wouldn't you do that? A woman can't do the opposite. A woman can get pregnant. That's the only baby she can have for 9 months. A man can get 30 women pregnant
Wow.
And that's it.
instantly.
And we've done it.
We've
Shout
done
out
it.
to my pops. Nigga.
Wow.
We ate up.
And
A Rolling Stone, huh?
We up 8 over here.
Now,
But just to further your point, and I'm not sorry if you weren't finished, but dude, it's science also.
Right.
Like men were honestly like we have this testosterone is a mother effer.
And the thing about this too,
We
I'm
were-
sure
we were
everybody
built for this.
everybody knows a baby mama. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't our community look so much better if we didn't have baby mamas? If men just
Well,
if
it
men
could be the opposite way. If we didn't have baby daddies, it could
but
be better.
But
no,
yeah,
right. But
yeah,
what I'm
but-
saying
wow.
is, if
Right,
if
right.
instead of taking on the European culture, which is stay with that one woman or leave her, right? We stay with our culture, which is we can still build a family.
right.
I can love you and her. I can take care of this child, you and this child.
Well, see, that's not a problem. But most of the time, they're not taking care of the people. They're making these kids and they're
But-
not taking
but I
care
think-
of
I
them.
think that
part
our
of-
That's the
I
I think
problem.
that because our culture that we're taught at a young
Right.
age is not representative of who we are by nature.
Correct.
We're trying to get into a culture that has nothing to do with us. It may work for them. That's why when you see them and get into that culture, they flourish. For us, every black person I know, it ain't gonna it
Oh,
don't work
it's not
for
working.
And, so, and
Nah,
to
it's not
say
gonna
and to be clear, I'm not saying I agree with it or I'm for it. What I'm saying is that is a thing. It is part of our DNA structure. It is part of our culture and our history and our ancestry that we're not taught here.
Right.
So when we come to America, a lot of that has been stripped from the African culture. And it's also part of the reason why we are where we are right now. But people
Facts.
don't understand that. People
Facts.
think, oh, it's got to be one man, woman. Who said that? That's in the Bible that was written by Europeans.
So how would
That's
you
not even in the
fellas?
Bible.
How
Right.
would you
The
fellas
man-
feel if
It's
your
taught.
woman?
It's taught that way.
Say it again.
How would you fellas feel if your woman decided to have an
Can I
speak on this?
extended
Can I speak on this
They're
first,
not
fellas?
going for that.
Relationship.
Let me
They're
say
not going for
let me
that
say
at
this.
all, Robbie.
I don't go by the standard that equality, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I feel like if a woman's comparing herself to a man, you're degrading yourself as a woman. And the same thing for a man, you're taking away the essence of it.
Okay.
Right.
So just like my man was saying earlier, we can get multiple women pregnant in 9 months. As a woman, you can't.
Okay.
If you share yourself with multiple men, you're gonna get bacteria down here.
Yep,
That's
absolutely.
nature telling
Right,
you.
that's
So you can
nasty.
forget what I'm saying.
Right.
Nature is telling you ain't supposed to be out there with multiple men.
Exactly.
Well, you're
Right?
gonna get something too if you keep spreading it like that.
Yeah.
Trust
Yeah,
me.
but
Okay, so let me ask you this question. So if the women I'm
That's
dealing
true,
with,
Robin.
if the women I'm dealing with are thinking how I'm telling her right now, right, which is I'm not dealing with multiple men, I'm dealing with this man. If all the women that I deal with are thinking like that, there's no spreading of
It doesn't
disease.
spread.
We stop the problem right there. These
Right.
are my women that I'm dealing with.
But
The
you're not
problem is-
controlling
Give it
who
up for
they
the
dealing with.
give it up for Pimp Chronicles 385.
Wow.
But what I'm
You don't know who
saying,
they dealing
what I'm
with,
saying
though.
is I will be dealing with women who respect that.
Right.
Mm.
Who are
that-
not about-
honestly, and this idea is actually becoming more prevalent. There's a lot of people I've heard talk about this.
Stay woke,
And the
people.
main thing is not, and people keep
woke.
thinking it's about relationships or sex, and that's not the thing a lot of people are talking about. One of it's building the community. It's one of it's building, was it real estate or finances or whatever.
Facts.
But the problem is people keep looking at, well, I want what they got. And as you said it so eloquently, like, we're not the same. There's
Right.
two things can be true that are not necessarily, that function is saying, well, why can't I have that if he got it? Because it doesn't work that way. Nature tells you that. That's the way it is. If you look in the animal kingdom, to bring it down a notch,
Right.
the lion and the pride. That's the whole reason why it's not about him having a bunch of sex with a bunch of lionesses. It's about protection and as well as building that community. Also, if he's the strongest lion, why would you not want more lions like that? We don't want the smaller nigga getting kids.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't want
right?
we don't want Tory Lanez.
Cause
We
you
don't
see
want
what
Tory
girl-
Lanez out there,
You
right?
see what they do, nigga. We got a phone call, but before we get to that, I'm gonna drop a little jewel on y'all.
You always
What my
do.
man said. Black people.
It's the Rollout Show. Oh yeah, here